and this may be a surprise to some of you because normally my podcast day is done at about this time. But well, I scheduled something fantastic, and that is to join with Marathon Don Kern from the Metro Health Grand Rapids Marathon. And here we go. It is race weekend. Don, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, baby, I'm happy, man. We're putting on a real race this weekend. No more virtual stuff. We're live and in color.
What are we looking at for numbers for Sunday, Don?
Well, you know we're down a bit. We're over 2,000, but people are still trying to figure out if they want to come back. They're still scheduling around all the other rescheduled stuff. But I'm happy with the responses I'm getting. People are getting in the middle of this stuff, and I'm excited about it.
I've always loved how it, you're downtown. You take a nice little trip through downtown. By the time that the city is behind you, about 3 miles in, you're wandering into a field, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you've got hills, and that's how you finish, and then through some nice neighborhoods, and then finish strong along winter. I love the course. It's always been a favorite.
Yeah, I love the fact we get the hills out of the way between 7 and 12, and then after that, it's pretty flat the rest of the time. So we get them out a little bit early.
Yeah, and it was some time ago that we met, and I told you about my big challenge. Mike Ball and I, a person you know from years gone by.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you know Mike very well. Him and I are racing against each other. It is actually there's money on the line. Someone is going to win money here. I don't know if you're entirely familiar with all the details or you remember what we were doing.
Well, I heard you guys had this SmackDown going on, and I'm excited to hear that. I didn't hear all the stakes, but you probably want to share those again. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it was real simple because we're raising money for children's charity, AT Children's Project. So in the end, that's what it's all about. But so people, in order to bet, would put $25 down for the charity, and then they have to predict who's going to win and by how much time. So they would if they get the winner right, and then by the time, whoever has the closest time wins $300. Second closest 200, third closest 100. And so there you go. Now he's done nothing but run, train. He appears to be in great shape. He just recently finished up the Chattanooga Ironman. He did Ironmans all summer. I've been eating my face off, running here and there, I guess. I mean, he's got to be the favorite going into this thing. And I think he feels it because he's talking a lot of trash.
Yeah, I see him asking if we've got medical ready. Yeah, we do. We've got Metro Health out there. University of Michigan Health West is their new name. We're changing sponsors' names next year, but same great people. We're excited about that. So, Mike, don't worry about it. We'll take care of your buddy that's got the stuff going on. So,
no, it's gonna be good. I'm excited about it. Don, it's last year you were not able to do the race, correct?
Yeah, you did
it virtually, okay, but
yeah,
it wasn't like this.
It wasn't like this, but I will tell you, between Team World Vision and Hope Water International, they raised like $450,000 for charities. So, and that's in a year we didn't have a race. Now, tell me if that's not a racer. That was awesome.
Oh my gosh! And you've partnered with some amazing people raising money for some incredible causes over the years. I mean, just it's kind of like these people just came out of the woodwork and they knew you were onto something exceptional. It's been absolutely great.
Yeah, it has been good. We're 18 years in now. We are having so much fun. We started downtown the second year when the Y came in. They built the David D. Hunting YMCA in 2005. They were open and we moved down there, and so we're having a ball with those guys too. That's like my second home. I go there, I swim, I run, I work out, I do classes, and just try to stay in shape.
I'm going to talk about you for a second, and I'm just going by the wiki entry on you on Don Kern, and I'll link it up for people if they want to read it on their own time.
Yeah.
But just by going over just some of the things on here, it's just incredible. And I think it's up to date. Correct me if it's wrong. 325 marathons or longer.
Well, it's 326. I have done one since I got the new knees this year.
Okay.
So
congrats.
I got 30 months off.
How was it running on new knees?
It was fine. I'm slower than molasses, but very strong. I mean, the things are structurally solid. They're awesome.
So no pain or anything like that?
No, no, I've been able to do anything I want. I can ride bike, I can swim, I can run. I need to get back in long distance condition, but I've been able to do whatever I needed to on the new knees.
What happened? Was it? Some people might say, "Well, did you hurt your knees because of running, or did you have a degenerative issue or something like that?"
You know what? I think probably a little of both. I had arthritis in them for a long time. And in fact, after I got them cleaned out in 2008, I still managed to get a couple hundred marathons in. So it really, you're going to have it or you're not. Some guys can last forever on their original knees, and some guys don't. So I'm just one of those guys that I was lucky to do as much as I did before I had them replaced.
Of all the marathons, 32 countries, and at the North Pole and at the South Pole. Let's see. In 2007, you embarked on a quest to set a world record by completing marathons on each of the 7 continents, which you did that as well.
Yeah, I had to do that 3 times before I finally made the record in
Yeah.
2011.
My gosh, Don. I mean, driven incredibly. Most people your age are, feet in the hot tub, things like that. Maybe just playing with the grandkids. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's really exceptional, Don. I think you're able to motivate people at from kids on up to to any phase of life, really, with what you've done. That must be incredibly rewarding, knowing that you are an inspiration for people.
Well, I love it, and if you've been getting my 10-day countdown newsletters from the marathon, I mean, every year, I mean, every Thursday I send out a newsletter. But when we get to the 10 days to go, I do a newsletter every day, and it's just a constant barrage of information for everybody. But also, I just try to inspire people. I've been a lot of places, I've done a lot of fun stuff, and I have witnessed a lot of great stories. And just sharing those kind of things with people and getting them excited about this weekend, trying to take their mind off of any stress that they might have and realize that their training is going to be good enough, and they'll get out there and do it. Um, so
Um,
I'm excited to do that all the time.
so with all of these marathons and all these different places, Don, can you? There had to have been times where something happened and you went, "Wow, I will not forget this moment." Because you've probably seen just about everything, but is there anything that stands out recently and that you're like, "Wait, what just happened?"
Well, you know what happened? I mean, probably the most stressful thing that ever happened in a marathon was in New Zealand, and I was at Bethel's Beach Marathon. It was one of my when I was trying to set the world record, and I was going to run on Saturday in New Zealand, run on Sunday in Florida with a international date line in between them. So I had a very very long Saturday Sunday weekend.
Yes.
But um, but it took me way longer going through up and down mountains and through rivers, and we had to walk up and down across the river a bunch of times. And just it was a mess, and I missed my plane and I almost lost it. And it's one of those, and I couldn't figure out how to get, I didn't have a GPS in my car, couldn't figure out how to get back to the airport right. And missed my plane, caught a later one, had to improvise when I got to the United States. That was like one of the craziest things that ever happened to me. But you know what, to me the most fun, and that, like I said, probably was the hardest marathon I've ever done. But I've run the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu, and I've run Pikes Peak a couple of times. And those things, the ones that are the hardest, are the best memories. The ones where you're freezing, you're working your tail off, you're doing whatever you got to do. And when you get done with that, it's like, man, you got some stories. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like when the people get done with the race and they realize, hey, all right, this is in the books. Now let's go have a beer, talk with somebody who I was talking with on the course. People make new friends on the course all the time. It's quite a network of people.
Yeah, I still have. There's one guy I ran 16 miles of my first marathon with, and I still run into him most every year at Fox Valley. And he and I have been friends now since 1995 when I ran my first marathon. And so, there's you meet so many people that sooner or later become some best friends by the time you get done with it, because there's just so much, um,
Yeah.
so much camaraderie that happens. We're all fighting the same battles together, you know?
Don, people can still sign up for the race, correct?
Oh yeah, we never close registration. The registration platform and the the timers, they're all together. They all, they work very well together. So we never actually close registration. You'll get your number assigned as you sign up, so it's not a big deal. So you can register till race day.
I love how you just running all over the world has made you into a running legend. People see you in airports, they stop you, they say hi to you. You're there at the finish line, greeting these people when they finish their race, and that's it's made me cry before. I know it makes you cry,
Oh, it
Don.
does.
I mean, seriously, and I mean. You to be there like that for those people when they finish the race is truly spectacular, Don.
Yeah, I don't get through race day without tears in my eyes. That's for darn sure. But it's also quite gratifying, because for a guy as pathetically slow as I am, to be as famous as a runner as I am, it's it's like kind of incongruous type of situation. But I love the fact that I can do that and can inspire people, and it makes me feel good when I walk up to something and somebody say, "Aren't you Marathon Don?" And it's like, yeah, that's me.
That's great, man. I mean,
I love it. It just feels good.
no, absolutely. I can I've being a person I'm very fond when people say hello, aren't you Eric? I freaking love that. I will never ever
Yeah,
shy away from that. That makes a person feel good. That means it's something you've said, or in your case, something you've done or put on a race. It touched them, it moved them, and
yeah,
they want to say hi to you. That's always very, very nice.
yeah. I refer to myself as a low-level celebrity. Um,
No, it's true. We are low level celebrities. That
yeah,
beats being, I mean, it
I
beats
mean,
being a total a guy schmuck who just doesn't do anything. You got to get
yeah,
out and move.
yeah. I walk into a room with Tom Cruise or something, and everybody's going to recognize him, and nobody recognizes me. You know, around the running circles and stuff, I'll see some people that say, "Hey, I know who you are,"
Right
and
on, man.
it's kind of awesome. So,
Okay, Larry Crabb will be there doing the race call, no doubt.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Larry's been there every year. He's one of my 18-year guys, and so he's been there with us every year. He's an awesome guy, and I got TJ the DJ playing the tunes like always, and all that kind of stuff. And
Any
and
uh
so,
any elite names that you know of off the top of your head who might be contenders to win this thing for this year?
well, I got my defending champion from 2 years ago, Todd Buckingham, who is actually a world-class triathlete, and he won the half last time, and he will be there. He's also a kick-ass physical therapist, I will tell you. He works with Mary Freebed Sports Rehab down with Terrence Rubin, and he he's an awesome athlete and an awesome coach, and he's a great guy coming back. As far as we don't get the big national celebrities, especially since Chicago and Boston and every other big marathon's happening within like days of our event. So
Right, right.
so we won't
Well,
have any of the real hot shots, but we got some good guys out here.
regional runners, man, that's where it's at. And we just love them. All the usual suspects, I'm sure, will be competing. And then you see the group like My Team Triumph, like you mentioned, Terrence Rubin. I mean, I'm sure they will be there as always. And that's always a wonderful emotional experience when we see those angels and those captains out there as well.
Yeah, there's Kenny just put a comment. I love hearing older gentlemen saying stuff like "kick ass." Um, uh, Older gentlemen, come on. There's
Oh my
that.
God.
So,
No, you got a good group here, and so they've been following along with the storyline, and I can't wait to do it. And when the gun goes off, it's been a long time since I've raced a race, so
well,
I'm looking
you
forward
know
to
what?
it.
I want to do a couple things. Number one, I want to show you this. This is our finisher medal for the marathon,
That is
and
something
it's
else.
it's it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. I like it. We have the half and the relay as well. So everybody that runs gets a medal. The right
Yes.
distance away from my camera here and go
No,
the right
that's good.
direction there. Okay, so anyway, that's going on. But I want to share a story about Mike Ball, because Mike and I have been friends for a lot of years. But there was a year The first Saturday in December, we have the Grand Rapids Running Club has an unofficial event because nobody will claim it at the called the Folic Bar Run. It's at the Elbow Room, and it's you do 5 shots in 5 miles, and so you hit a shot, you go out, run an out and back mile, come back. I've pretty much been a spectator recently, but I did used to run this thing. But there was one year Mike decided to do a double. So he ended up running 10 miles, 10 shots. And I got to tell you, the boy was not in very good shape when he got done with this situation. So anyway.
Wow.
So,
10 shots of alcohol in 10 miles. That just sounds twisted and wrong.
Crazy. And I'll tell you what, 5 is enough to get you feeling awfully good. But, I think he was, getting himself in a little trouble, but there you go.
That is, I totally can picture that. I know he likes to have a drink now and again, celebratory drink, but that takes it to another level, I'm sure.
Oh, he said it actually was a dirty dozen. How about that?
Dirty dozen, dude. Come on.
He was, it was a crazy year. We've had a lot of fun at that event over the years with the Grand Rapids Running Club and guys. And it's getting up to be a pretty, I don't think we had it last year because of COVID, but I'm pretty sure it'll be back in December.
Excellent.
So it's kind of a fun thing. 4:00 Elbow Room, first Saturday in December, happens every year.
Nice.
So, but yeah, that's my story about Mike. He and I have run together a bunch. We were out at one out in Arizona, the Lost Dutchman, a bunch of years ago, probably 15 years ago at this point or better.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike's a good old friend. So meanwhile, I'm kind of curious. You keep talking about how much you haven't been training. I'm kind of thinking maybe you're working him a little bit on that one. I think maybe you've been doing some clandestine training.
I train, but if eating gets in the way, eating has been winning. So yes, I mean my legs are strong, but I'm fat and a little slow. But Mike maintains. I mean, even if I was training, he has. I think he pretty much was running about 8 minutes of a half marathon. 8 minutes a mile for a half marathon in a half iron. So yeah. I mean, if he's pulling that off, there is no way I can beat that. But I don't know. Maybe he'll twist his ankle or something.
Well, I'm waiting for you guys at the finish line, and I'll be wondering who's coming in for you. Doing the half or the whole? Or the marathon?
We are both doing the half.
Okay, good. Well, we'll have that go on. I know that there's a few other trash talking guys out there. I know Kevin Holmes is coming back down here, and he's got some stuff going on.
Okay.
He might be hitting another milestone mile. I don't know. He does that. And so, we got guys doing some stuff. They're coming here to prove something. And a lot of people just testing themselves to see what they're going to do this weekend.
Very good. Well, we will see you, Don. I am excited to see you once again. I'll tag you in this so you can share it on your own pages and your own socials and stuff like that. But as always, I can't thank you enough for all the time and joining me on the show, man.
Yeah, I look forward to it every time. I love being with you on the show here and getting some good comments from the guys out there. It's kind of fun too. So
it's always great.
I'll see you this weekend, and we'll have some fun.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Don.
Thanks, bro.
Take care, buddy. There you go. Marathon Don, absolute freaking legend. Oh my God. And he's right here. He's right here in this beautiful community. We are so lucky to have him. And so I'll link up some more information about Don and where you can check out if you feel like joining the race. You go to grandrapidsmarathon.com. Okay. That is it, folks. I appreciate you once again. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you down the road. Thank you. Bye-bye.